Hi folks, this week we're going to be looking at roach fishing on the River Trent. I'm going to run you through my tactics quickly, my tackle, what I'm using, then I'm going to introduce a little bit of bait and hopefully we'll try and get some on camera. Firstly, the rod. I'm using a Daiwa Power Mesh 11'6" feeder rod. I've got the tournament reel and I've got this loaded with 11-pound J braid. I know people are saying 11-pound is a bit much for roach, but actually the diameter of this is much lower diameter than say a 2-pound line. I think it's 0.06 diameter. So it's a very low diameter main line, which is perfect for this. Plus there's no giving braid, so you have a lot more response on your tips. The rig itself is a size 14 Gamma Power hook. A short hook link is probably around about 18 inches long. And I've got this to a quick change swivel, so I can swap and change my rigs as quick as I want. And it just makes it very useful. This, I've got a twisted boom with a small end zone float stop just there, just so the running rig actually hits that, and that's your stopper. Feeder itself is a 50-gram feeder, and this is on a quick change feeder link as well, so I can quickly change the feeders for any size I want. So if I feel like I need to introduce more bait, I can put a slightly bigger feeder on. If I want to make it obviously a little bit less feed going in, I can put a smaller feeder on. But to start with, I'm just going to try and build the swim. I'm going to use a 50-gram feeder and just gradually build the swim, and hopefully the fish will start competing. But before we do that, we're going to get some bait in now and we'll try and get the fish feeding. I've put about 6 feeders in now, starting to build the swim nicely, and I'm getting regular bites. So now what I'm going to do is get this one in and try and get you a bite on camera. What I'm doing, I'm casting to the same area. Once I've the leads at the bottom, I'm paying a little bit of line out just to cause a little bow and then let it settle. As it settles, the rod tip will come round, it will just settle nicely with a nice little bit of curve, and you can just see the white tip on the end of the rod. Oh, there's a bite. As you can see, they're the bites are there, but they're being a bit finicky today. So as soon as the rod tip settles, as you can see, the line is obviously the bow of the line, and I've got a bite straight away. Come on, fish. So we've had quite a few bites now. I've had a good amount of bait that's out there. I've probably got one full bait tub's worth that's gone out. I've just had to do my second batch of bait, just to keep the feed going in. But the problem is, if you overfeed, the bream come in, and I'm running the risk now of the bream coming in and actually ruining the roach fishing. I've not actually had that many. I've probably had about 6 or 8 roach, nothing massive, but still a really nice stamp of fish. Let's get another pellet on, banded, ready to go. So when that feeder's on the bottom, rod's still up in the air, I'm slowly letting the line find its position, and then on the rest. Sometimes when you do that, as you're lowering it and you're putting the bow in the line, so you're feeling the bow out with the rod, sometimes you actually get a bite on the take. But I do think the roach have actually pushed out now, because the bites I'm getting are definitely more bream bites than they are roach. But I'm still getting bites regular, which is good. Like I say, this is not a long session. I'm only coming out for a couple of hours. I've only brought a little minimal amount of bait with me, just so I know I've got enough for a short session, just to try and catch a few roach really. Plenty of activity in the swim, but I think it's all minnows and smaller fish. I think if I was to drop the hook size, I'd have more, but I'd actually land more fish. But I don't want to be we're into a fish, but what is it? I think it could be a skimmer. It is. Just show you a camera. Yeah. Just as you want it to. That's why barbless hooks are always best, but as you can see, little skimmer. When you start getting lots of skimmers in the swim, it does make it very hard to get through to the roach. And I think this could be the end of it for me for today. I think once they come in, it's the kiss of death. Now folks, that's it. This sort of stamp of bream I've been getting during a roach session on super light tackle, so as you can imagine, it's not ideal. Nothing massive, but I'm happy with that. I come out for roach and I caught a lovely stamp of roach. Look at that, absolutely perfect. What more can I ask for? Just a couple of hours, a few nice roach, also had a few bream. It's just fantastic fishing. It's great fun on light tactics. Look at that, river roach, absolutely beautiful. They really are a pretty fish.